Libra, and welcome to my channel. My name is Adriana, and I am going to be giving you a reading for the month of February. Now, before I begin, I do want to state that this is a general reading for Libra and may not resonate with you personally. And for anyone asking, the decks that I am using for this reading are the Sanctus Concordia Tarot deck, the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck, and Divine Abundance Oracle. Oh, and then the Soul Lessons and Soul Purpose Oracle cards, and the Soul's Journey lesson cards. Alright, so I pulled a card for something that it is that would be positive to change in your thinking for this month, which we pulled loving kindness. So basically, this just means sending loving thoughts to people. And the card specifically says to send this to someone that you love, but I think that you might be being asked to send loving thoughts towards people that you don't generally have loving thoughts towards. So this can be someone that you are having a conflict with, or someone that you may see as an enemy, or in what's the word? Okay, I'll just say conflict with you. Someone that in opposition with. We'll go with that. I thought I had a word that started with a C. So for what you got for what to focus on for your feelings this month, we got patience. And so with this, I think you need to be patient with your outcomes and also patient with people. So there is some conflict here with people. And I will get to that when I get to the cards, but this can go two ways for this month. I'm seeing that either you are causing a conflict, and the one that is in the winner of the conflict, or if it's something that isn't like an argument that you win, it just means that you take the least casualties from the argument, or else it is the opposite and someone else is like inflicting damages onto you. But in either way, you need to hold patience, so that you can avoid causing so many damages to the other person, but also if you're taking those damages, to be patient with your circumstances, because you will get through it, but you have to be patient in order to move through that. And for what your lesson is this month, I pulled laugh at your demons. So I'm seeing this for those of you that are going to be taking the damages from this conflict. You need to be less serious about the situation. Find some inner strength and calmity towards the situation, and know that nothing is going to hold you down. So whatever it is that you are struggling with this month, because of that, laugh and hold on to that power. When I think of laugh at your demons, I think of someone like standing on a hill with like a spear, and being like, I'm going to get you, it doesn't matter what you do to me. I hold this, power, and you can't take it from me. So I'm seeing that you need to do that. And then on the other hand, if you are the one that is causing damages to someone else, and I see this as a after the fact thing that you need to overcome the demons which might have made you hurt somebody more than you intended. So perhaps you said something that really hurt their feelings, or something that you did caused a rippling effect that, did something more for them. So like an example, if you were, I don't know, it's just the first thing that came to my head. If, for example, you stole something from somebody and you thought it was just, a simple thing, like you stole, really dumb example, but a pen. But then you stealing the pen actually resulted in something else. So perhaps that pen was a gift that was owed to somebody very important, and then because you stole the pen and they couldn't give it to that person, then that person broke their business deal and their business went under. I know that's a really kind of stupid example about a pen, but I'm seeing that something like that is what might be happening this month, where you do something that doesn't seem like it has that many consequences, but then it ends up doing that. And so then you might come back around and feel bad about it, or think that you, have impulses that you can't control. And so what you're being asked to learn is to laugh at your demons. So like the impulses would be your demons. So you find that strength to overcome those, so that you don't have to repeat the similar cycle again. So then I also pulled what it is in general that you need to focus on this month, and you got deepening. Once you're on earth for long enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping detachment and surrender. They bring the peace of God. So from this, I'm taking away the attachment and surrender. So being detached to the circumstances that are going to come in for you in February, and surrendering to the plan of the universe, and knowing that you will be taken care of in the end. So just surrendering and not having emotional attachment to the issues that are happening around you. And if you are the one that is causing the issue, then detaching from the negative emotions that are coming up from you causing that. Because focusing on that is only focusing on the past, and it's going to only bring negative things back to you. So you need to move past those feelings, but don't ignore them. Just detach from them. So you're not, jumping and being happy as if it didn't matter, but just not holding on to the emotions and defining them as you. And then what it is that you need to work on this month. You got fruition, which has to do with the harvest. So what I'm seeing here is focusing on what it is that you want to have flourish, but also recognizing the seeds that are already planted that will grow into something. So if you are the one that's having something happen to you, know that you still have seeds that are going to emerge. You just have to give it time. And if you are the one that caused damages, focus instead of from your negative thoughts into the fruition of what it is that you can do from now on. What perhaps positive thing can you do towards the person that you possibly harmed. And so for the tarot cards that we pulled, you got the King of Pentacles, which here is whichever of you is the person that is having these actions. So I'm seeing that this person has a lot of wealth and status and like power. So if this is somebody else, you might feel inferior towards them, or they might be your boss, is what I'm seeing. Or somebody that you possibly don't like because they seem pompous or full of themselves. And then for your second card, we got the Five of Swords, which has to do with battle and victory and possibly mercilessness. So what I'm getting is that this is the battle. So you battling with this person or this person battling with you. So it could be that you, took them down because of them feeling this status, or the other way around, or they attacked you because of that status. So, like I say, they're your boss, they could feel the right to, say, fire you because of that status. And then there would be that mercilessness because then you're stuck without a job and it feels merciless to you. And perhaps you felt that there wasn't a good enough reason for why they were firing you, for example. But this can also mean coming in and like scavenging. So it is possible that you aren't the cause of the conflict, but that you somehow benefit from the conflict. And then that could bring some, negative thoughts of after the fact, questioning if you deserved it and that somehow you doing it harmed the other person, even if it didn't necessarily harm them. I'm trying to think of an example, and I can't think of a practical example, so the only thing I can think of is, say, this person had a bunch of money, and they got taken away, and all of their money got repossessed. But some coins fell out of their pockets on the way, and you found them on the ground, and you picked them up. That's not going to harm them because their money was already taken from them, but you benefited because you took those coins. And technically, the government should get the money because they repossessed them, but you didn't harm the actual person in that process, but you might feel that you somehow harmed them by taking that money because you are thinking perhaps this could have stayed in their pocket and when it got found out by the government. I know this example is not good, but it's the only thing that I could think of. And then for the last card, we got the Tower. So the Tower has to do with change and destruction and harm. So one of you or both of you are going to have significant change come out of this conflict. So if we go back to the example of being fired, you're going to have to change your job, and that's going to change, a big aspect of your life. So it's got to do with the transition as well, and that's what we're getting from the rune card here, which I can't pronounce these, but you got Dagaz, which means a breakthrough, enlightenment, balance point, transformation, and awakening. So I'm seeing that there is a transformation here. And even if you are not the one that's causing the one that is having harm come to you, I'm still seeing that there's going to be a transformation for you because of the way that you focus on the emotions attached to your actions. So you are going to possibly have the state of your beliefs or your physical world as well collapse so that you can rebuild something new. You rebuild a new tower a new foundation for your thought process, at least towards this type of situation, this aspect of your life, and this relationship that you have with the other person. And so going back to the loving kindness, I'm seeing that perhaps you will have this conflict, you will have this shaking up of your beliefs, and then from the ground up, you will reshape it, and then you will be in that place where you can send the person loving kindness when you perhaps were having negative, hateful thoughts towards them in the past. And then if they are the one that harms you, I'm also seeing that you would benefit from sending them loving kindness thoughts, even if they harmed you, because that is going to help you to reshape your new foundation from being a victim mentality towards someone who is taking back the power and the strength enough to send love back instead of focusing and attaching to the pain that would come from that. And then from that you can break through into this new state of belief and mentality. So with that is the end of your reading for February, Libra, and I hope to see you again in March. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing.